Good afternoon and welcome to NKN News. Today I'm going to have Jillian and Shreya report on the monologue show. We're going to transition to Sarah and Ava showing us music in our school's month for NKN. Then we have Elian and Arya presenting track and field for students interested. Lastly, we have Pat and Dom speaking on some spring activities to keep yourself in shape.
Welcome to this week's episode of NKN Knows News. I'm your host, Mahita Sridhar. NKN's annual monologue show will be staged this March 11th and 12th. Jillian and Shreya give you the details on a show you should definitely see.
Horrible drill then.
With Neuqua Valley being a hotspot for local talent, the monologue show is one of the many ways that students are able to showcase their skills.
Well, the monologue show is a collection of student-written performance pieces. They could be, skits. They could be comedy routines. They could be songs. They could be poems. They could be speeches. They could be monologues.
I think it's a place where I can do that. It's an outlet, and it's really cool to just work with other kids, have people be in your skit, and also just collaborate with other writers.
The idea of the monologue show was something that I came up with Mrs. Rusovich, who was an assistant principal at the time, and the idea was to create a space where students could write and speak.
I play Dr. Phil, so I came to Rossi with a general idea of kind of something that I wanted to do, and then he helped me execute into something that would read better with the audience.
Students have written their very own monologues to be performed in the Neuqua Valley High School Black Box on March 11th and 12th. Get your tickets today at nvhstheater.com. And for NKN Knows News, I'm Shreya Maturi.
As many people know, March is Music in Our Schools Month. Sarah and Ava share with you what NKN's music department is doing this Music in Our Schools Month.
Here at Neuqua Valley High School, March is a very busy month for the music department. Every year, NKNN celebrates Music in Our Schools Month during the month of March. We talked to the chair of the Fine Arts Department to learn more about Music in Our Schools Month.
So we celebrate Music in Our Schools Month. It's all of March, and we have the calendar set up so all of our concerts take place in March. In class, we'll celebrate, there's always a theme. The National Association puts together a theme, so we'll talk about that in our classes. Usually it takes a couple months to prepare. We first sight read through music, consider what are we supposed to be learning.
We interviewed a music student to get their perspective of Music in Our Schools Month here at NKN.
For me, Music in My Schools Month kind of means the month where all the band classes and orchestra and chorus kind of get together and emphasize the meaning of how we get to perform and listen to and kind of just immerse ourselves in all the music at NKN.
Make sure to show support for your fellow Wildcats by attending the upcoming concerts this month. Concert dates and other information can be found at nkwamusic.org.
And for NKN Knows News, this is Sarah Pettigrew.
As the weather gets warmer, NKN's boys track and field team is up and ready to run. Elian and Arya share with you the many opportunities that the track and field team holds for students.
In the past, NKN has been known to have a very successful athletic history, with their most recent state championship coming from the track team just last year. And with the track season approaching, we were able to talk to some of the upcoming athletes to get a sense of what is needed to compete in track. We spoke to a senior athlete who gave us insight into what it takes to compete.
So I'm a senior and I've been doing track for 4 years. I'm on the distance team, so I do the 800, 1600, and 3200 meter runs. To be a competitive athlete and improve a lot, you really need to dedicate time every day to it. We run every day, and then you even need to take that home and with recovery and things like that. So you are just always working on it, kind of.
However, not every athlete is a top runner. Other members are athletes that have another sport that they play that may require them to get faster and stronger, which running track can definitely help build. We spoke to one such sophomore athlete who runs track for these reasons.
So I wrestle and I do football. It helps me getting faster with both. When I'm running, I'm a running back, so I obviously have to be fast and quick to get by defenders. For football, I run a 4.8, and with track, I want to get that down to a 4.6. So,
Nequa might have a very competitive team, but that doesn't mean beginners aren't welcome, as long as they're able to put the work in.
So I think anybody can do track, but it is like a big time commitment, and you really need to be able to put a lot into it if you want to get better.
So if you're an athlete looking to get in better shape during the offseason, maybe Nequa Track will be a good option for you to try out. To find more information about joining the team, you can visit wildcatxctf.com. And if you have any other questions, email the coaches or call the athletic office at 630-428-6849.
Thank you for listening. And for NKN News, this is Arya and Elian. Have a good day.
With spring coming up, many students will be enjoying some time outside in the warm weather. Patrick and Dom tell you how you can stay active this spring season.
Even if you are not an in-season athlete, staying active is still an important part of daily life. Many researchers agree that it is beneficial for young teens to stay active for at least 30 minutes a day. Nequa's students and staff tell us their benefits from staying active.
Probably the number one benefit is a natural endorphin release. It makes you feel good, especially when you're doing something that you're enjoying or something that you know is going to apply to help you in the future.
Staying active can kind of keep all of your muscles in check. You don't have to replenish them after you've been sedentary for quite some time.
Being athletic, it's kind of like, you see physical benefits, but at the same time, it kind of is a way to distract yourself from mental stressors and be able to exert yourself and be able to calm yourself down, or maybe be able to do something as an outlet to make yourself happier.
Now knowing the benefits, here are the resources that Nequa has.
The fitness center at the Burkett Freshman Center and at the main building are great tools to use when trying to stay active. These rooms allow for all students, freshman through senior, to come in and participate in physical activity. Whether it is lifting the free weights at Maine, cardio at the Freshman Center, can help you while staying active. The fitness centers are open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday after school from 2:45 to 4:15 p.m. I'm Pat Dewan from NKN News.
Thank you for watching today's report of NKN News. Stay informed, Wildcats.